In an age where pleasure is not only abundant but aggressively marketed, we find ourselves paradoxically starving. The scroll of a phone, a piece of chocolate, a quick laugh, these fleeting indulgences masquerade as happiness. But beneath them lies something far more raw, a craving not for pleasure, but for presence. As Carl Jung once warned, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul. Today, we confront the uncomfortable truth that what we call pleasure is often just anesthesia. The illusion of fulfillment every day begins with unconscious ritual, reaching for a phone not out of need but habit. A scroll here, a snack there, none of it satisfies. The smile from a meme vanishes as quickly as it came. What we seek isn't really joy, but relief. Relief from silence, from stillness, from the ache we can't name. And this is the tragedy. Most modern pleasure is not about experiencing life, but escaping it. Jung believed that each person has a shadow self, a buried truth avoided through distraction. Pleasure, in this view, becomes the shovel. When we seek joy not out of love or curiosity but to drown out pain, we aren't living, we're numbing. And each time we indulge in this way, we reinforce the message: stillness is dangerous, silence is unbearable. Pleasure as avoidance from childhood, many of us are taught that pain should be silenced with treats or distractions. Don't cry, here's a cookie. Over time, this becomes an internal script. Discomfort equals danger, and pleasure is the antidote. So we carry this forward into adulthood, mistaking indulgence for healing, mistaking avoidance for coping. But beneath every compulsive urge is not a craving for the thing itself, it's a craving for escape. The danger is not in the pleasures themselves, but in our dependence on them to soothe emotional wounds we refuse to confront. Pleasure then becomes a learned translator for unspoken pain. It distracts when we need to express. It entertains when we need to grieve. It keeps us from sitting with ourselves. The trap of instant gratification. Unconscious pleasure is like chasing a mirage in a desert. Each hit promises satisfaction but delivers nothing lasting. The real nourishment, the kind that fills the soul, is quiet. It comes from deep conversations, from meaningful accomplishments, from choosing discipline over impulse. These forms of pleasure require presence and effort. And because they are slow, they're often overlooked. But here's the irony: the more we chase easy pleasure, the harder it becomes to access real joy. Our bodies and minds are conditioned to associate stillness with suffering. We surround ourselves with noise, not because we enjoy it, but because we fear the alternative. Silence, once sacred, becomes threatening. The guilt beneath the high, that strange guilt after binge watching, doom scrolling, overeating. It's not because we did something wrong. It's because, deep down, we know it didn't feed us. It only masked the hunger. And that hunger isn't for content or calories, it's for connection, for meaning, for inner peace. The discomfort we feel is not weakness. It's awareness. It's a signal that we've settled for substitutes too long. Jung's concept of shadow work isn't about embracing darkness, it's about confronting the ways we betray ourselves for momentary relief. It's saying, I see what I'm doing, and I choose truth instead. From sedation to sovereignty. Imagine someone addicted to falling in love, not because they seek connection, but because they fear being alone. Each new romance is a distraction from the silence they can't bear. This story isn't rare. It's the hidden struggle of millions who confuse longing with love, noise with joy, numbing with healing. Real transformation begins when we question why we chase pleasure at all. True pleasure is a tool, not a cure. When misused, it becomes a prison. But when chosen consciously, it becomes a celebration. Think about the last time you resisted an urge and felt pride, not punishment. That's self-trust. That's freedom. Presence. The ultimate rebellion. The greatest rebellion in a distracted world is presence. When you can sit in a room with no phone, no noise, and feel whole, you've reclaimed your power. Not because you've rejected pleasure, but because you no longer need it to feel okay. This is what Jung meant by individuation, becoming whole not through denial or excessive effort, but through integration. It's about enjoying pleasure without being enslaved by it. It's about making your silence golden again. The awakening. To step away from false pleasure is to confront a painful truth. We've betrayed ourselves, not maliciously, but consistently. Just one more scroll, or just one more bite, chips away at our peace. But this realization is not shame. It's awakening. You were surviving. Now, you're ready to live. Once you see pleasure for what it is, a distraction rather than a destination, you can no longer be seduced by it. The party loses its sparkle. The scroll loses its pull. The sugar loses its comfort. Because you've touched something deeper, yourself. The house within. Imagine your life as a house. Outside is a carnival of stimulation, but inside waits the wounded child, the unspoken truth. Real healing is entering that house, sitting with yourself, and saying, "I'm here now, speak." That's the work. That's the freedom. We've been sold a myth that freedom means doing what you want. But true freedom is not needing to. It's choosing pleasure, not chasing it. Laughing because you feel light, not because you fear silence. And when you reach that place, your joy becomes sacred, your presence becomes powerful, and your life becomes truly your own. You'll still enjoy life, but with intention. You'll scroll less, speak slower, laugh deeper. And people will notice. They'll ask why you've changed. And you'll smile, because you're no longer running. You're finally home.